If you've ever looked around your home and thought, why can't we just have a little peace around here? You're absolutely not alone. Every Christian parent I know has asked that question at some point. Now, maybe you feel like no matter how much you plan or pray, the peace just doesn't stick. The house feels loud, the schedules are packed, and you go to bed exhausted thinking, something has got to change. Hey friend, I'm Laura from Day by Day in Our World, and I help busy Christian parents create faith-filled routines that bring peace, purpose, and joy back into their lives without the overwhelm. So if you're ready to slow down, simplify, and bring God back to the center of your family rhythms, you're in the right place. Now, Philippians 4:7 reminds us that the peace of God transcends all understanding. But let's be honest, most of us aren't feeling that kind of peace right now. Our homes and our hearts are running at full speed. We might have school drop-offs, or if we're homeschooling, teaching the kids multiple subjects at home. There's the dishes. Maybe you go to work, full-time or part-time job. Going to church, the sports, other activities, the laundry, always the laundry, and about 100 open tabs in our brains at any given moment. Now, the truth is that peace doesn't disappear because we're doing something wrong. It disappears because we're doing too much. Let me say that again. Peace doesn't disappear because we're doing something wrong. It disappears because we're doing too much. And often what we're doing doesn't leave space for God to lead us through it. We just get into that little rat trap, keep running around. So what if peace isn't something that we chase, but something we can create, one small faithful step at a time? So now, why does peace feel so hard to achieve? What can you do to start changing that right now? First thing, we're trying to do everything at once. We make endless to-do lists, but nowhere on them does it say pause and breathe. Well, unless you put it there. Now, back when I was pregnant with my youngest son, I attended a weekend retreat for Christian homeschool moms. One of the speakers said something that's stuck with me ever since. And this is me 16 years later remembering and paraphrasing. Now, she was talking about the idea of having it all. You can have a clean house. You can have a great homeschool day. You could have dinner ready for when your husband comes home. It just might not be all on the same day. In other words, you might not have everything all at once. Now, God never asked us to do everything. He asked us to do the right things. When we focus on what truly matters for the season, peace can start slipping back in. Second point, we forget that rest is holy. Even Jesus stepped away from the crowds to pray and recharge. Well, if Jesus needed rest, then you and I definitely do too. So where in the jam-packed schedule that is your life do you block off time to just be? Are you blocking off an hour on Sunday morning for church and calling it good? Or are you giving yourself a larger block of time for rest instead of trying to do one more thing on that never-ending checklist? Because that checklist never ends. Now, rest isn't lazy, it's obedience. When we rest, we give God room to work. Third point, we don't have systems that support peace. Our homes can run on chaos or calm, and that calm starts with simple, faith-centered routines. Think of it like this. Routines aren't rules, they're rhythms. They give your family a steady heartbeat to keep things flowing instead of frantic. Now, I've gone both ways, and having systems that lead to a calmer home is far, far better. Now, as I look around, my home is far from perfect. I'm not going to be on the cover of House Beautiful anytime soon, but each day we're getting closer to a more peaceful life that we desire. Now, you don't have to overhaul your home overnight, and you don't have to have a home that looks like it's going to be in a magazine. That's not practical. That's not a lived-in home. But maybe your first faithful step is just setting up a 5-minute prayer time after dinner, taking time as a family to pray, or taking time for just yourself to pray. Maybe it's printing a simple morning checklist, ways to get your day off to a great start. Or maybe it's deciding that this week you'll breathe before you react. Remember, peace doesn't arrive in a wave. It's going to grow one small step at a time. Now, to help you start, I have a faith-inspired family routine planner that is totally free and has some simple pages in it to help you bring order, prayer, and calm back into your days. You can grab it at daybydayinourworld.com/PFP free. And it's my gift to help you take the first peaceful step today. And you'll also find the link in the description below. Thanks for spending this time with me. If this message encouraged you, hit like and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, what part of your home do you want to bring more peace to next?